Hello YouTube, this is Randy with Escape for Old School, and I'm back in my skateboard corner, and I want to show you how I attach this wheel pulley to this wheel. So just to give you a quick update, I got my motors in the mail today. 6374 190 kV motors, which is not what I originally ordered. The motors that I originally ordered that were $40 each, they got lost in the mail or something. I don't know exactly what happened. UPS said that they delivered them. There was nothing at my door. I guess I got what I paid for. You know, $40 was too good to be true. These motors vanished. So the company that I bought them from, I can no longer find them on the internet. Maybe I got scammed. I don't know. All I know is that I never got those motors. So I found these. These motors are advertised to have a torque of more than 8 Newton meters, which is pretty strong. I don't really have that statistic on my previous motors, so I don't know how it compares, but wow, it's a really beefy feeling motor. I mean, it just, oh my goodness. It's kind of cool looking on the end there too. You can see that. I mean, I think it's the same size as my other motors, but it just feels, like it's substantial. I'm very eager to give those a try. But in the construction of this, I want to give some credit to inboards. And the reason why I think inboards is a good way to go if you are a beginner with putting together electronic skateboards. So I ordered these wheels and I ordered these pulleys from inboards. And the nice thing is that they design these things such that they go together. And as I was building this first one out, with this pulley comes the hardware. And in the hardware, I noticed that they had the bolts, which I expected, but it also had these spacers. And I did not know what those spacers were for. So I ignored them initially. When I attached the pulley to the wheel, it looked like this initially. The rim of the wheel is overlapping the pulley a bit too much. So if I were to attach it to the board like this, it would have a difficult time for the belt to cover this pulley completely, because the belt would be rubbing up against the wheel, and that would be bad. So when I got to that point, I realized that, oh, now I understand the purpose of the spacers. So I put the spacers in, and it turned out beautifully. I really like the way this came out, but it wasn't easy to do. So I decided that I'm going to go ahead and do another fast motion video of me putting the second one together so that you see the process that I ended up using to get it to all come together. So hope you like it. So YouTube, I've built out my drivetrain for half of the board here, and hopefully you can see that. And I'll have to say it was much harder than I expected it to be. I don't know why that surprises me. It seems like every time I build something, it's always harder than I anticipate. But I'm going to build the other half for you, and I'm going to do that on time warp. But you'll see the steps that I go through to build it on the other side here. Hopefully it's helpful to somebody. So here we go. So I think I made that look a lot more easier than it did the first time. The first time it took me much longer to get that together. I'm still sweating, as you can probably see. The one thing to note is that, so I guessed on the size of the belt that I would need, and I guessed at 180 millimeters, and that was a little bit too big. I'm going to have to order a smaller belt. But otherwise, this looks good. I like how the motor is fitting in right where the board kind of dips in. I noticed also that when I stood on the board with all four wheels on and I tested out the turning, I noticed that it seems to turn a whole lot deeper than my other board, which is using the same caliber 2 trucks. But I'm pretty sure it's because on this board, the trucks are sitting on a level plane, whereas on my other board, the trucks are sitting on an incline. So I'm thinking about getting some riser pads that are at an angle for my other board, and I think that'll give me much steeper turns if I put those on. But otherwise, this is looking good. I'm really happy with the way this mount turned out. I'm really looking forward to finishing this build. My desk is still on the way. And of course, it's going to attach right here, and the motor wires are very close to it, so that connection is going to be a piece of cake. Yeah, I think this is going to come together nicely. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, share, subscribe. Of course, if you have any tips for an easier way to do this, please share that. I think that'll be great. So, thanks, and see you later. Bye.